Hi, it's Darno with Almond Recipes, and as you may notice, I'm in a different place, and yes, I have moved, so future videos will be coming from here, and so thank God for that. But in this video, I'm going to be doing another spelt flour recipe. This time, you may remember I did an almond flour whole wheat bread that turned out very well, nice consistency, and more helpful than just plain like whole wheat bread, so more protein, less carbs, more helpful fat from the almond flour mixed in there. So I want to try that with spelt flour. Basically, I'm going to do an almond spelt bread. Basically, you can call it almond spelt. Yeah, that's probably a good name. Almond spelt bread. And we'll see how that turns out with a blend of almond flour and spelt flour. It's unifying organic spelt flour that I'm using. And so we'll see how that does. I'm going to be using the Zojirushi Virtuoso Plus Breadmaker to make that bread. And so let's get cooking right now. Okay, so first thing we always want to make sure we do when we're working with this bread maker, make sure that the paddles are pointing in the same direction. And once you put it in, everything's locked in. So if the paddles move as you're adding ingredients or something, it's okay once the bake pan's locked into the bread maker here. So with that already done, the first ingredient, and the ingredients need to go in the order that I'm placing them in. You have to put them in the same order I'm using, but things may not turn out for you as well. And if the paddles are not pointing in the same direction, your loaf's not going to come out even. So first ingredient is 1.5 cups of water. So I'm just pouring that into the bake pan there. Next ingredient is 2 tablespoons of honey. I use a raw honey that has not been heated at all, straight from a honey dealer, local honey dealer here. So that's 1 tablespoon, and I'll get another tablespoon of the honey in here. Next ingredient is 2 cups of blanched almond flour. This is 1 cup, and I will get a 2nd cup added in. Next ingredient is 2.5 cups of spelt flour. As I mentioned, this is a unified organic that I get through Azure Standard. Nothing in this video sponsored, nothing given, but I don't mind telling you where I got it from because not many places sell it. Next ingredient is 3 tablespoons of granulated sweetener. I'm using a urethra monk fruit blend here, although I've used others in other videos. That's what I'm going to go with for this one. And make sure that you put it on the sides here, on the sides of it. You see, I put the flowers in the middle, and you put these ingredients after you got the flowers in to the side, so just like that. Next ingredient is 3 tablespoons of whole dry milk powder. So you put those on the sides as well. Make sure you use whole dry milk powder, because if you use something with a reduced fat, your loaf's not going to be as light and fluffy. Next ingredient is 2 teaspoons of salt. Also, you want to put that on the sides as well. So just doing that here. Next ingredient is 1/2 cup of Vital wheat gluten that I'm trying to kind of put around the edges here. So make sure I get any leftovers in as I can from bowl there. I'm just going to take the end of this and make a little well. That's where I'll put my yeast after I do one more ingredient. Next ingredient is 2 tablespoons of butter. So I've chopped it up into small pieces so that it won't be too hard. It should be softened butter, but if you take it out the fridge and you just chop it up into small pieces before you put it in, it'll be fine. I used to actually try and slightly melt it, but I don't do it anymore. I just chop it into small pieces and it works out well using butter from the fridge. Final ingredient is 2 teaspoons of yeast. You can use a rapid-rise yeast or bread machine yeast. And you want to put it in this well in the middle because you don't want it getting activated too quickly by touching other ingredients. So that's why we put it in that little well in the middle. Now with all that in, I'll close things up. And I'm going to go over to the coarse setting, I'm going to go down to coarse 2. That's the whole wheat setting. It tells me what time it'll be done. I hit start. And so basically just going to let it go ahead and do its thing. It does it all. And we'll come back when it's done. Alright, things are done. So just hitting the cancel button and opening up. And you can kind of, well, you can't really see the top of it, but it's just kind of coming up. Maybe you can see a little of the top of the bread there, but I think it's done. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to move some things around to get it out easier. Alright, so getting it on out of here, I'm just going to flip it over, dump it out, put this bake pan in the sink here. Just going to flip this loaf over. So there's our finished loaf. I'm going to just cover it with one layer of paper towels and give it like an hour to cool. Although cutting and eating nice hot bread is really cool, it cuts way easier if you let it cool down. So I'm going to let it cool down and then I'll cut it. Alright, so things have had time to cool down a bit. Easier to cut. So I'm just going to put it into my bread slicer here and get this plate out the way. So I'm going to go ahead and start slicing up the bread. Actually, I'm going to put the sides a little larger than the other side. I want this side in on that side so that as I'm cutting, I don't want that big piece easily falling off. So I'm just going to cut my slices. Whoops, it was in the wrong spot. Alright, so things have been all cut. So this is how it looks inside the bread. It looks pretty nice inside. You see the loaf is light. It feels lighter than like almond flour whole wheat. So it's pretty nice. So I'm just going to basically take one here and plate and we'll do a taste test. So thank God for some almond spelt bread. Let's go ahead and taste. Okay, so if you ever had spelt bread before, you know it's kind of maybe a little crumply. It doesn't hold together as well as like maybe a whole wheat or white bread would. It does, I mean, it'll hold together if you don't use as much water as some other breads, but still, it's still a little more crumply. Well, the almond flour helps give things a little more shape, a little more density, a little more compactness. So the almond flour helps it to not be at all as crumply as spelt flour bread normally would be. And that's really nice, that's a plus. So it's a denser bread, but not too dense. It's not, you know, super dense. It's not like straight almond flour bread. But you can see recipes like that here also on the channel. But it's a kind of dense but a little airy, like a bread. It's a good mix. Basically what I'm trying to say, it's a good mix, a good combination. So it turned out well, it tastes good, it tastes like a nice tasty bread. Being a little lighter than the almond flour whole wheat bread, it might fit better for sandwiches and things like that. It turned out good. And so, nothing in the video sponsored, nothing given as I may have mentioned earlier, but in the video description there are lots of ways to help the channel, such as my cookbook, merch, membership, donations, link to the Amazon shop. Also check out my blog, superwaveovenrecipes.com. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, leave a comment, hit that notification icon, and good eating.